Hi, everybody. I just love that we're in this room together. I think it's thrilling. So thanks for coming and thanks for listening. Original. Let's talk about the word original. In many contexts in our culture, we use original to mean creative, unique, innovative, an original perspective, an original creation. And this word points us to a source, to an originator. She, he, or they who originate, who innovate. On Broadway, or more specifically in Broadway musicals, we use original in a very specific way. An original show, original musical, is a show that is not based on pre-existing material or whose score is specifically written for it. Now, that definition is somewhat tested by musicals who have original scores but are based on popular movies, and we usually still call that an original musical, but we also at the same time hold it up as an example of the death of the musical. Now, thank you. Let's pause for a moment and dispel that one. My Fair Lady, based on George Bernard Shaw's Pygmalion. Hello, Dolly, based on Thornton Wilder's The Matchmaker. Oklahoma, based on Green Grow the Lilacs. 42nd Street, based on the film 42nd Street. A musical can have source material and still be an important and even seminal work, and B, 'twas always thus. Back to our original point. What concerns me about our theater use of the word original is that it speaks only to the what and not the how. It is an identification of origin and not a description of execution. Close your eyes, if you would, and think about a musical that had an original book and an original score, and yet there was nothing original about it. Got it? Open your eyes. Don't shout it out. You know why. We are A, protecting the innocent here, and B, nobody sets out to create something that isn't remarkable. So we still honor the effort. But let's just say that you didn't have any trouble figuring one out. Now, think of a show that was either adapted from source material or used a pre-existing score, and yet was wholly original in some way that was meaningful for you. My list, my favorites, moving out. Fela, American Idiot, all existing scores. And The Lion King, both an existing score and book. Anyone want to add to that list? No, we all agree. Very good. I would like to say before I start getting hate tweets that I want to be clear that original scores and books and the writers who create them are vitally important for the health and future of Broadway and the musical. But that's not the only thing. And when we limit our definition and therefore our expectation of our original, we limit the form and we limit its future. When we present an original show, which is to say a show of originality, whether conjured wholly from the artist's mind or adapted and expanded from other artists, we as an industry win. But that originality has to come from not only a creative innovation, but also from a compelling answer to the question, why is this live? As digital becomes more and more ubiquitous, live becomes more and more valuable. Screens will continue to multiply over the next 20 years. Big screens, small screens, mobile screens, iScreens, making live even more differentiated, even more unique. But, here's the but. The live that I'm talking about is not just a description of how it's presented, but it's also a description of what is presented. Live, the reason for being live, has to be baked into the artist's concept. It has to be built at its essence to be live. Something that you can only experience in the same room with a community of others. Each artist will find their own answer for this question, why is this live? Some of it will be an interactive exchange, others will be experiential, others will be because of a visual vocabulary, a storytelling vocabulary, and for others it will be something we never imagined. But they will all in their own way make the creative case for why you have to come to this one room at this one time of day with a group of strangers and experience something. Something that if even the same story and music were on the screen, that would be something else. Case in point, Warhorse. Same story, based on a well-known book, not incidentally. On stage, it is told as only it could be told on stage. On film, it is told as only it could be told on film. Same story, remarkably different experiences, each using what makes its medium unique. The magic of the film is its cinematic scope. Battlefields of thousands, sweeping shots of hills and purple skies. The magic of the stage show is its theatrical vocabulary. That you have to be there live to see these puppets come to life, to see the puppeteers that you know are controlling them and yet somehow disbelieve it. Those puppets can't live on screen. You have to be there. You have to be live. The fact that you could read the book first doesn't matter, because that's something else. The fact that you could see the film after doesn't matter, because that is something else. This is originally live. And that's the original of the future. The best Broadway can be Broadway. The best live theater can be live theater. Doing the thing that only live can do. If we don't, whether we're telling stories we make up or stories we license, we will be cultural derivatives, non-essentials. If we do, we'll thrive on our cultural primacy. Not because we do it better than any other medium, but because we do what no other medium can do. We do it live. And that's original. Thank you all.